Okay, so this next video is the video for us of typing text on a PDF using Bluebeam Review. So, opening this particular module, we will be downloading. The steps we do is to download the document 3.4. You click on it, it'll open it up, then you can select download, and then name it. As you can see, it's got a 1 with the high parentheses on either side because I've already downloaded it there. Test your knowledge on my desktop. So I'm going to hit cancel, but you could hit save, and then it'll place it on your desktop. What you see here is the document from a picture that I took from my cell phone right out of the textbook, and then created a PDF with it. And so that's the document that you've downloaded. Now I'm going to have you fill it out using Bluebeam. And so this is the web version, so you can hit the back key, which will take you back into Canvas in your modules there, and you'll be doing 3.42. So you click that link and that'll get you to the document that you're going to download. Then if you haven't already downloaded Bluebeam software onto your computer, there is a video here that'll help you explain, walk you through how to install Bluebeam, the 30-day trial. In your syllabus there's a link for you to download, and in this video it tells you I believe there's a link for downloading it, because there's that module for installing Bluebeam, so it'll walk you through that. Then you come back here and complete the assignment that we're doing now, and we're going to be using the Typewriter tool. And so I've created the video that you're watching now is this video here of writing text with the Typewriter tool. And once you've finished watching this video and you actually perform the steps of putting the text on the PDF, then you'll do step 4 by naming it using this. Basically, you'll just add the hyphen and your first name initial and your last name with no space. So a hyphen, initial, and last name, and add it to the file name. And you can do that by performing a save as. And then you'll take that saved document, you'll upload it. And so we'll do that in this video. Okay, so I've already downloaded the file, so I'll go to my desktop, and there it is. I'll open it up, and Bluebeam Review will open up. So here is the video, here is the document. Some things to help familiarize you with Bluebeam is that you've got these different pointing devices here, the hand, the arrow, the text selector. Right now it's on the hand, so it's at its current zoom, but I might want to see what's down at the bottom of the page. I can click the left mouse button and then move the mouse, and I can see what's down at the bottom of the page. Or I can double click and hold the mouse when I'm in this pan mode, double click and hold, and while I'm in that mode I can move my mouse in and out, and I can zoom the document. Then I can click back, one click, and it'll deactivate the zoom mode, and then the hand will go back to the original pan mode, and you see I can grab and hold and move the document. But if you want to read something easier, we've got all of this space over here and all of this space over here to zoom and make something wider. So let's just get a little bit wider and then just scroll down. And that's enough to see this top half of the section. Now, So what we're going to be learning here is the text tool, and I want to introduce you to these menu bars. So we have these top menu bars. You see these first three rows, different types. The first one is a drop-down menu. So you have the review button, you click on it and the menu drops, and you see this little small list. You'll hover over file and you've got this drop-down list of different functions that happen under the file button. You can hover under edit and you can see the list of functions you can do. Notice that some are full bright and the others are grayed out. It means that those steps are not available for you at this moment, right? So there's no reason to undo or redo or look at your history because we haven't done any movements. So if we were tracing our steps back and wanted to reverse, let's say we accidentally deleted something, I can come to edit and hit undo, and I could, whatever that last step button action I took, I can reverse it, I can undo it. View, different ways to view the drawings, that we'll get into that. We've got rulers and full screen crosshairs, and we have grids, and we can snap to grid points, and we have all these different functions. These are very interesting. Rotating the view or splitting the view, splitting horizontal. We can split the page so we can look at the same document, two different parts of the document. So over in the tools section, we have a function, a list of functions within the functions called markup, and then markup, there's a whole list of different markups, and you can see that there's two types of text, a text box and then the typewriter. So a text box, and then there's the letter T and the letter W. So when you type in a text box, there's a box around it, and it creates, it's like a border, and so it'll put a box around the text that you type. Typewriter should just be typing text, although it also can write a border, have a box. So I'm not exactly sure how different they are. They're very similar, but you can set them so they have different size fonts, different colors. Notice that they have the letter T and the letter W. That's a short, quick way of using that tool, typewriter. So instead of going up to the top border, going to tools, to markup, and then finding typewriter, you could just hit the letter W, and that would be a quick way to pull up that function. So let's do that. W. There it is. Now I've got this little cursor ready for me to say, where do you want to put the text? But before I do, it shows me that I have certain parameters set up for this, and one of them being the font, the size, and this color here is the font color. So I want the letters to be written in dark blue. And over here, this is the line for a box. That's why I'm not really sure why, but I'm going to change it to kind of this light gray, or this 20% gray, so you don't really see it. And I'll click where I want. See, it's actually put a box around it. But I'll type the letter capital G, and see, it typed it for me. Now I can just hit escape, and there it is. Now it's right in its place. But if I didn't like it and I wanted to move it, let me change my cursor to the arrow. So now I can select that, and it's activated it with these little yellow dots, so I can grab that and see that's its actual window. And so I can reduce it to its smallest size there. But that window allows you to, I'm using the arrow key and I'm locating it where I want, and then they will go invisible after I hit escape. Now I like the settings on that. I changed this line color and I selected the color of the letters. So I'm going to go over here at the very beginning where the typewriter function is, drop down menu, and I'm going to set it as default. So the next time I use that tool, it will have the same settings. So this second toolbar is a toolbar that you can use to program with your own set of buttons. So this particular toolbar happens to have the typewriter. So we'll click it and it should activate to the last settings that we saved. Yep, our same color, same gray line there. And if we're typing a lot of text, we can change the point size. So if we need to change the spacing. But there's another text tool for that. So we'll mark that one. And that answer was L. Right? L was the answer. The extension line is used to mark. And see, it's active, so I can just move it where I want to. Another thing I can do is I could just copy that. I can activate it and hit Control C, and I've just taken a copy of that letter. Now I can just do click where I want, like there, and right click and hit paste, and it pasted a copy. And now I can double click inside and see how it's highlighted that text, and it's even changed the cursor, changed to text. See that little symbol from a hand, and now it's text. It's saying what kind of text, and it's highlighted, so I can replace it right now. So the answer to 3 is F. So I'm just going to type capital F, and it'll replace what was highlighted there. I can hit escape, and I can make my arrow keys up and down on my keyboard and move it where I want. And then when I'm happy where I want it, I just hit escape. I'll go all the way down to number 10. The answer number 10 is the letter M. Let's locate it where I want the answer. Then double click inside that active. Now it's highlighted the text and saying ready for me to replace it. And M was the answer. A section line is the thin line drawn in a section view, typically at a 45-degree angle. And then I hit escape. And as you can see, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 answers. And then over here, these answers, I won't finish them. I'll let you finish them. But here now we're asking to write answers in the spaces provided. Give abbreviations of the following items. So you'd need to go look at your list of abbreviations if you don't already know. But in one of the modules, I give a list of abbreviations. So let's go take a look at that list of abbreviations. Go into our canvas, modules, and I have module with abbreviations already there. And there they are so that you can study them, memorize them, get familiar with them, use them is the best way to memorize them. And so that's what this exercise is, giving you an opportunity to do that. So if we go, let's keep that on our abbreviations modules page, and then we will jump over back into our Bluebeam. And now we can answer number 11. So I'm just going to select my typewriter tool and then say, let's just start typing here. So construction joint, they want to know the abbreviation for construction joint. And so I think the CJ was the answer. That would make the most sense. Typical, you see the word typical. So I'm going to click on my typewriter tool. And I think typical, just based on my memory, is TYP. And unless noted otherwise. So the obvious would be UNO. So I just select typewriter button from the middle toolbar, select where I want it, and I'll hit all caps, UNO, escape. That's right where I want it. Let's just try the W for writing. There it is. It works. Finish floor. I think it'd be FF. But it's not. It's F. Oh. FIN for finish. Let's get it capitals. FIN FL. 2 words, right? Abbreviating the 2 words. Galvanized. GALV in this case, galvanized. I've seen it GAL. But if we go back to our galvanized, in this abbreviation, in this set of documents, galvanized is GALV. Typical, where was typical? TYP, typical, TYP. Unless noted otherwise, what there, UNO. So let's go back into our Bluebeam. Okay, so I'll let you finish that, but you saw how the different ways I used the typewriter tool in Bluebeam. You also noticed how I changed the settings of the colors of that particular tool and then saved them as by default, this original default. And now we want to save the document. So I'm going to go to the top pull down menu, hit File. And since this files already has a name, the one you downloaded, but we want to give it a new name, like the instructions. So let's hit Save As. And then I will just hit hyphen, capital A for my first initial, A, P, and then rest, lowercase. So I just added the hyphen to the end of that existing file name there. And I'll save it. So you can, if I go to my desktop folder here, you can see that, let's sort, there they are. There's the one I downloaded. And there's the one that I worked on and changed the name. So there you go, that is done. So now we're going to upload that into Canvas. So let's go to Canvas, go into your browser, go find that module, and we want to perform that assignment. This is the module. So let's go find that assignment. There it is. Now it's ready for me to fill out. Let's see. I go to the student view and I'd start the assignment. You'd click start the assignment, and right here it gives you the file upload. You're going to upload a file and you're going to select this choose file button to go back to your desktop. So let's hit back till I find my desktop. And then I'll find, I'm in my desktop there, and there's the one that I just worked on and saved. So that's the one I want, and I'll submit my assignment. And it's uploading it into Canvas, and hooray, it's done. So that's how you do it, okay? So the assignment is not so much whether you know the information in the test your knowledge, but it is a beginner's guide to using Bluebeam and using the text. So there you go. Welcome to your introduction to the world of Bluebeam, and shows you alternate ways where you can take something, which there's a previous video that shows how I took a photograph using I took a picture using my cell phone, and I immediately emailed it to myself, and then from this computer I opened up that email and took a picture and brought it a snippet, like a screenshot, took a snippet and dropped it on a clean sheet of paper that was drawn up, or a new document, PDF, that was drawn up in Bluebeam, and then created a new name and saved it, and created the document that you downloaded and are working on or have done the work. So if you want to do that as well, you can go look at that video. All right, that shows you that part of that step. Good luck.